Hey everyone, my name is Jackie and I am an EMDR therapist from Chicago, and I'm super excited about today's video topic because today I'm going to be covering what EMDR is exactly. So let's jump in. EMDR stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing therapy. It's an evidence-based approach, meaning it's been proven to be effective. And it's a type of therapy that allows for individuals to tap into their innate healing systems within their brains so that they can process the past in a way that's really healing and almost in a way that frees them up so that they can be present and have more control over different decisions in the present and more control in the future. So in order to understand how EMDR works and why it's so effective, we first have to start with the brain. So when you study the brain, you realize very quickly that one of its major functions is to help us survive. One component of this survival system can be found in our what's called adaptive information processing system. So our brains are constantly learning. A majority of this learning takes place during our sleep. The part of our sleep called REM sleep, and this stands for rapid eye movement. This is the part of our sleep that is just super restorative. It's the part of our sleep where after we lay down and we enter it, our eyes begin to move from right to left, from right to left. And this is our brain basically absorbing everything that happened that day. So it's processing and it's integrating and it's allowing learning to take place. When we experience something that is overwhelming, traumatic, painful, it can overwhelm our brains and it can overwhelm this adaptive information processing system. And it's almost like that memory becomes frozen in time. So let me give you an example of what it looks like to experience something that gets processed by the brain. So let's say I get into a really heated argument with a coworker. I mean, I'm fuming. I literally am like feeling it in my body. My heart is racing. I'm upset. Maybe I think really awful thoughts about her, about myself. I'm heated. But I decide, to just walk away, cool off. And then I go home and I sleep and I wake up, and if that experience was efficiently processed by the brain, by the adaptive information processing system, I'll wake up not feeling as angry as I did when the fight originally happened. Maybe I'll have new insights about, that's just them. They get into arguments all the time with people, and also I've been through maybe similar things, so I'm able to handle it. I'm able to go to work and see this coworker, and it doesn't disrupt my day. That's a memory that gets adequately processed by the brain. Let's use that same example, but let's say this time it was not properly processed. What would happen is I would walk away, I'd go to sleep, and I'd wake up, and I'd feel exactly how I did during the original memory. I might feel like still fuming. I might still have those same negative thoughts about her and myself. I'm not able to get through the workday. Maybe I am distracted all day because I'm so fuming at this coworker of mine. That's a moment that's a memory that is not properly digested by the brain. It's almost like the brain is like, we're going to keep this in the front because if anything feels remotely similar, we're going to activate your fight, flight, freeze response because we do not want to feel how we felt in this memory. But EMDR is really effective whenever we feel the past is sort of colliding with the present. So what EMDR will do is it will mimic what occurs during REM sleep in a manual way. So we'll pull up the memory and we will utilize bilateral stimulation. So either in eye movements or tapping, there's all sorts of bilateral stimulation. But we're basically allowing your brain to tap into its healing system. And it's so awesome, so awesome watching clients go from the start of session where maybe there's a lot of shame associated with the memory, or a lot of fear associated with the memory, maybe a sense of helplessness. And after a couple sessions of reprocessing, or even one session of reprocessing, their brain sort of clicking and allowing for learning to take place. All of a sudden, they're able to realize that the shame they were holding on to is not true. Maybe they're able to see themselves in a whole new light. So the brain is such a powerful thing. It's like we get a scratch and on our arm and our body heals. Our brain has the ability to heal from really overwhelming and traumatic events. So don't let the past hijack your present. If you're interested in learning a bit more about EMDR, I'm going to do a follow-up video where I'm interviewing an individual that participated in an EMDR session with me, and her story is quite powerful, so I recommend checking